Hello, and welcome to the Fit, Fierce, and Fabulous podcast. My name is Courtney Bentley, and I'm the founder of the Fit and Fabulous Club, a certified personal trainer and inspirational speaker. From the gym to the stage, I found my passion of helping boss babes get fit, slay their business, and look fabulous while doing it. Every week, I'm bringing you top experts to help you reach your full potential in life, burst through those doors, and ignite the confidence within you. You have an infectious energy and enthusiasm for life. Sit down, pour some wine, and let's become fit, fierce, and fabulous. Hello, and welcome back to the Fit, Fierce, and Fabulous podcast. This is episode number 003, where I am bringing the most inspirational person I've met in a long time. I met Ava today at the Salt Room, and right now this is a new podcast for me. I'm exploring and learning about myself. I'm going completely out of my comfort zone. What a lot of you might not know about me, especially since I'm super into video and I'm all over social media, is that I'm an empath. So that means that I have a really hard time in big group situations. If I'm in a situation where there's a lot of negative energy, that negative energy gets sucked into me. And it can be really difficult for me to kind of meet new people and dive into situations like that because I suck in energy. So whether it's good or bad, and I always pray that it's good, I kind of get those feelings. I'll get anxiety right away, or I'll start feeling really like emotional for no reason. And it's simply just because I can feel energy and I can feel people's emotions. And when I was little, I would meet people and start talking to them and my heart would hurt or my stomach would hurt. And I always just thought there was something wrong with me. Come to find out, I can tell what's wrong with people and what type of emotions they are experiencing just by talking to them. So it's a complete blessing, but it's also a curse because sometimes I can get into some very uncomfortable situations and it can be interesting. I can be awkward or, sometimes people meet me and they're like, wow, you're not as outgoing as I thought you'd be. And I'm kind of like, well, it's really because I was in a negative environment and I didn't feel too comfortable. And through the years, I've met some great people who've helped me learn how to block energy and understand that it's not me who's feeling the energy, but it's other people that are feeling this energy, and then, it's nothing against me or it's nothing against them. It's just something they're probably going through. So that's a little bit about me, kind of being open here with you guys. But I walked in knowing that the Salt Room is kind of a space, salt is a very cleansing thing. If you ever feel like you go somewhere and you feel really negative after you've been there, or you've maybe talked to someone that's been super duper negative Nancy, cleansing your body in a salt bath or eating a lot of pink Himalayan sea salt, or even doing a pink salt scrub is really good for removing that energy without lighting any sage. Because, let's be honest here, I've lit some sage and almost burned down a kitchen before. So sometimes it's nice to do the salt thing if you're in a space where you're sharing with people, or maybe a lot of carpet and not a lot of room to be lighting fires. Long story, I might tell you guys another time. But so I'll do a lot of salt things. But being in that salt space was I've never felt anything like that before. It was amazing. I didn't want to leave. I actually ended up staying there for 2 hours, even though our interview was only 30 minutes. And you know what? To be honest, after our interview, we started talking more because she was just so amazing. I couldn't stop talking to her because I just thought it was incredible that she had opened this Salt Room, and after interviewing her and learning that she kind of just let things fall into place. And then she had opened it originally for her son, and she knew that it helped people with allergies, and she didn't realize it was going to bring this whole spiritual health and wellness community around her. And I can't even tell you guys. I mean, after talking to her, she was like, you have to interview this person, and she was connecting me with all these people, and then she invited me to stay for a yoga class in the Salt Room, which was it's like doing yoga, but in this sacred space. And our yoga teacher was amazing, and she was teaching us how to breathe, and she was teaching us the correct positions. And she had these beautiful crystal bowls that she had, like a little stick, and she would like running around the rim, and it literally felt like this vibrational thing was going through your head. And I had to ask her afterwards. I was like, because I'm an empath, I know, certain vibrations or sounds can either interfere me or cleanse me or make me feel really good. And I was just asking her more about that. And she explained to me like the vibrations are different for everybody, but they cleanse your vibration and the aura that you put out into the world. So I might be buying some of those crystal bowls. It's pretty cool. If you ever get a chance to go to a salt room, or if you're ever in Vegas, you have to go to this place. I mean, if you're into meditation, if you're into like cleansing negative energy, or if you're around a lot of, and negative energy sucking kind of energy vampire type people, you need to do these types of things for yourself so that you can raise your higher vibration, so you can be a better human in the world. So just experiencing that was really, really special and unique. And just Ava herself, I mean, what an incredible woman. She was so kind and just so, like, her heart was just so full. And, like I said, I can kind of read people's energies. And at first I was like, I'm not sure if this is just the salt room or if I just absolutely love this person. But I absolutely love her, especially after listening to this interview. And I'm so excited for you guys to learn more about her. And in this interview, you're going to learn how sometimes in life you're taken on a journey, and it may not be something that's fulfilling you at the moment, but sometimes you need that piece of your journey in order to move on to the part of your life that you're meant to make happen. Sometimes you have to experience things for you to be able to grow and be ready for what you're really meant to do. And also another big piece was how everything just kind of fell into place for her. I know for me, I've had struggles growing my business, and sometimes it didn't feel authentic to me. And that's one thing I've noticed in social media and online world, is there's not a lot of authenticity anymore. And, as much as it's nice to show pretty things, and trust me, I love my pretty pictures, it's nice to see authenticity too. It's nice to see beyond the filter. Before you post your next blog post, or before you make your next statement on Twitter, maybe think and ask yourself if you're being as authentic as you hope to be. And just seeing how authentic she's being with the salt room, and how much business has grown for her because of her authenticity, and because she's been open to showing people who she is and what she believes in. I mean, that just shows you right there that that's really what we need more of in this world. So I hope that you enjoy this interview, and I hope that you take some time to think about your business and yourself and how you're putting yourself out there in the world. And also, just learning more about cleansing energies, and just realizing that sometimes it's not you that's giving you that negative vibration. And, if you can't put a finger on it, it might not even be about you or you. It might be somebody else. So it's important to recognize that. And again, if you're ever in Vegas, let me know. You feel free to hashtag Fit Fierce Fabulous Podcast. I'm at C Bentley Fit on all social media channels. So, hit me up. I'd love to hear what you think about this interview. Enjoy. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Fit, Fierce, and Fabulous podcast. Today, we have Ava Musikin in. She owns Salt Room Las Vegas.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to be here. Thank you, Courtney, for having me.
I'm so excited to have you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what Salt Room LV is, and just kind of let us all know exactly it is what you do?
Yeah, of course. My name's Ava, originally born and raised in Armenia for about 24 years, and then came to the United States a few times prior, but decided to come and do my master's degree here. What I was initially planning on a career in diplomacy, the USAID, wanted to go out to the world and help people. But life shift happened, so I ended up in Las Vegas for about 10 years doing a career in banking, which had nothing to do with nonprofit, but it was a stepping stone, and it was a great career. I very much enjoyed being in that world. It taught me a lot. Then I basically one day woke up and I said, you know what, I was meant to do something else, and I had to make a shift again. So I retired from a VP position in business banking for a major bank, and woke up and I said, I'm opening a wellness center.
That's amazing.
And that's how Soulroom came about. The reason we actually started the Soulroom is because I had a son, he's 4.5 now, and he, Vegas dry air, terrible. So he always had issues with his dry nose, and allergies are terrible here. So I, as a good mom, said I am not pumping my child with all kinds of allergy pills and medication, and went on a mission to find something natural. So I knew about the therapy for quite some time. Being from Europe, there is all kinds of natural ways of treating allergies and asthma, and so I thought about it and I said, why not a Soulroom? Then I realized it has been catching on in the United States for the past 5 years, 2 years prior when I was still thinking to open it. So I went down the coastline of California, a few other places, and I just gathered some ideas together, and that's how Soulroom came about.
That's amazing. So you guys can't see the facility, but I'm definitely sharing some photos, but there is salt everywhere. Like, it's amazing. I walked in and I have really bad allergies, so I'm sitting here okay, I need this healing therapy. I need all of this stuff. I understand that your son had allergies and you wanted to find an alternative, but why a center? How did that come about? What, a lot of people would be afraid to just jump in and dive in and open a center like that. What was that like? What was that journey like?
Well, everybody thought I was crazy. First, they asked me if I ever owned a business, and I said no, but it's going to be fabulous. And so the second, obviously, risk was that there was none in Las Vegas, and the receptiveness of the community was something that everybody thought would be an issue. And I actually had a lot of grown-ups doubt me and tell me, if this succeeds, I'll be pretty impressed. And I said, it will. But you know what? After I opened it, there was half the idea. Obviously, when you open a business, you always run into that, you figured out a portion of it.
Right.
Just a portion of it. But it was a good surprise because after we opened it, I realized that the community is a lot more receptive to natural therapies, natural healings, natural anything than I ever thought.
Yeah.
So right around 6 months mark, we had such a tremendous success with the community that it just became their hangout spot.
That's amazing.
Became the first thing people go to before they go to the doctor and try some medicine, because it doesn't help. It is definitely a complementary therapy to your general, doctor. We don't claim any medical benefits, but people have seen marvelous results. I mean, people have gone to their doctors with lung capacity increased, and doctors not being able to endorse anything, they would say, I don't know what you're doing. I don't want to know what you're doing, but it's working. Keep on doing it.
That's amazing. What I find amazing is that you people doubted you, but you still, you stuck strong, you knew.
It's just something inside,
you just knew.
Just like you said, you just wake up one morning and you're sure that's what you're meant to be.
Oh my gosh.
Just know what you're going to be when you grow up, right?
When I was little, I wanted to be a veterinarian,
Very cool.
Which I love animals, but yeah, then I found out you had to put stuff up the butt, and that was not my thing.
No. Keep it classy.
That's right. What are some common lies, myths, and misconceptions about your industry?
Well, like I said, industry itself is relatively new in the United States, so there are skeptics. Everybody is a skeptic, especially the more educated you are, unfortunately, in the medical field, the more you become skeptic because you're looking for that, FDA endorsement, which is not there. But on the other hand, if you do your own research, you realize that it's as simple as breathing the salt air. Just like you feel better when you're by the ocean, just like when you spray saline and you get an instant relief for a minute.
Yeah.
This is 100% natural, no side effect therapy. And I think that's what pretty much got people to try it because there's no side effects.
Right. It's why not try something
And then
natural?
they come out smelling, breathing, feeling better, and they're like, wow, this helps.
I love it. I honestly, I've tried all kinds of things for my allergies, from, salts to the neti pot, different things, and I haven't obviously found something that's totally working for me. Can you tell us a little bit more about halotherapy? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, halotherapy is basically salt therapy.
Okay.
Because halos in Greek is salt, and it's just Greek mythology, I guess. So it came from the word salt. Salt therapy is basically dry saline therapy. So think of it as saline therapy without water. Or you're breathing the ocean air, but there's no water. And the benefit to that is that you're actually breathing dry salt all throughout your entire respiratory tract, and dry salt travels a lot better to the hard-to-get places than saline that just goes up and down your sinuses.
Oh, okay.
So it gets all the way to the sinuses, to the ears, bottom alveolus of the lungs, scrubs all that mucus out, clears up the sinuses. It's also anti-inflammatory. Okay. Salt, we all know we gargle with salt to bring inflammation down in throat. So without having to do hard, difficult procedures, we basically just breathe salt air, and it just brings the inflammation down, opens your airways, cleans the sinuses, loosens up the mucus, so you come out completely clean. It's like an internal cleansing therapy.
That's amazing. I find it so interesting because I always tell people, put pink Himalayan sea salt on all your food, like stop using the table salt, like you need the minerals. And then I've seen salt lamps before. That's not new to me, but to actually be in a center where like it's all covered.
20,000 salt lamps around you.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, so tell us about your journey opening Salt Room LV.
Wow.
Like how did you find your spot? How did you know that this was the spot that you were going to do this?
Well, it was quite a journey, let me tell you. Trying to figure out how to stick salt on the wall. Gravity was not our friend. Location-wise, my only thing about looking for the location was to find an area in Las Vegas that was more or less health conscious.
Okay.
People that are conscious what they eat, conscious how they look, conscious, what they put in their body, on their body. Because essentially those are the people who are going to try something natural versus, something that's, just prescribed. So we actually hit the jackpot with the location because it is a fabulous location. Clientele is amazing. I think our clients are handpicked. I don't pick them, but they're just like literally handpicked. We have all the great people of Las Vegas coming here. Everybody's so kind, gentle, health conscious, just smiling all the time. It's just fabulous to see people smile every time they walk out that salt cave. It's just... There's a lot more to the salt cave than just the halotherapy. It's a healing place. And that's something I didn't bank on when I was opening the center. Being from a banking industry, I was very grounded, very factual.
Right.
Show
that
me
would
the
make
facts.
Sense. Where's the numbers?
Right.
See
but
charts.
then after opening, I realized that 30-40% of our clients come here for spiritual healing.
That's amazing.
Because metaphysically, I was told after that salt clears energy. So
yes.
Being in a Himalaya, just like you take salt baths and all of a sudden you just feel so much better. It's not just the salt baths. It's the fact that salt clears yourself, completely. So coming out of a salt cave, there's just that smile on people's faces like they just got out of a massage.
If you're going to give advice to someone who's opening a wellness center or a fitness type studio or something, what advice would you give them? Do you think that do you think that an idea just falls into place? Or do you feel like there are struggles and you have to break through those struggles?
There's always struggles, but you can't look at it as a struggle because, life is a journey. It's never going to be always peachy. It's never going to be always bad. So you have to live through everything to shape the person that you are.
Right.
What I would say, just simply follow your passion, because when you're following your passion, everything just falls into place. Your gut feeling, your heart will always guide you the right direction. And then magically, call it vibration, call it whatever you call it, you attract similar people.
Right.
What you put out there is essentially what people feel and sense, and they come for the same thing. Just building this place was a healing. It was struggle, construction-wise, but at the end, it was such a rewarded healing feeling that I just realized every person who goes through the doors experiences exactly what I experienced building it.
That's amazing. Yeah. How did you unblock fear? There had to be some fear doing this.
Gosh.
Is there like a meditation practice you did? Is there like an affirmation process you did? Like, how did you unblock that fear?
Gosh, so a little secret about me, okay? So when I was building this place, all the way through a year and a half into owning this place, I could not sit quiet 45 minutes in my session.
Oh, wow.
I just couldn't. I just was that hyper type A person that just couldn't sit still and not think of something. But I knew something had to give. So I did implement at some point some meditation practice, and now I'm a lot more balanced person. So fear is always going to be fear, but you can't let fear guide you. That's the thing about fear, because fear comes from overthinking, and mind is not your friend, right? Yeah. So if you keep thinking, you're only going to think of what if.
Right.
You let go of what if, you follow the heart and see what the gut tells you. It's that inner voice that keeps talking to you. Just listen to it sometimes. It has a lot to say.
That's amazing. I've been trying to like implement that practice into my life, like sitting quiet, sitting still. I have to listen to meditation music. I can't do it in complete silence, but just doing that and knowing I only have 10 minutes there has really helped me kind of clear my mind and open my message and get myself more authentic in the world. And I feel like bringing out your authentic self, which I see you've done here completely, and just showcasing your authentic self has brought in these people and kind of manifested that for you and the growth here.
Yeah, we're learning every day.
Yes, for sure. Definitely. What are some choices that you've made that have made you who you are today? I know that's a hard question, but just think about...
My life has been full of hard choices, let's just say.
Yeah.
But I've always followed my heart. And that was always the key for me, because I'm a Libra. Right? I'm overly emotional, so everything I do sometimes good, sometimes bad. But hey, who is to say that if you fail 10 times, you're not going to succeed at the end, right? Like I said, moving from around the world all the way to the United States was just the call of a heart. You know, I said, that's where I want to do my studies, and that's where I want to live for a little bit. Then moving from D.C. all the way to Las Vegas was another call of heart.
Yeah, I want to know what that was like. I want to know what it was like to move halfway across the world. Like, what was that adjustment like?
It was pretty interesting. I didn't move for love.
You followed your heart.
I followed my heart. But definitely, it was a lot bigger culture shock moving from D.C. to Las Vegas than it was from Armenia to D.C.
Really?
It was. Las Vegas is a completely different world, and it takes a lot to adjust to. You know, coming from Thailand to Las Vegas, you'll notice a difference. You know, it's a big change. It's a big change, but it has its good and bad, and you know, just like anything else in life, you have to pick the good and leave the bad.
Definitely.
And then you just, you know, when you're grateful, great things happen.
Yeah, I've been working on that, my gratitude journal. Definitely, you guys, if you haven't started gratitude journal, you need to. It's life changing. Morning rituals.
Morning rituals with a 4.5-year-old. Let's see. Hopefully, wake up early enough to meditate a little bit. 3 times a week. I go to Galaxy Pilates, which is another great empowering story. You should interview Agam, the owner. I love the silks. The Galaxy Pilates has been great for me, and it's close enough where I go there 3 times a week. Then we open the place. I take my sons to school, and then I come open the place, do a little work. I have great people working with me here, so that has been very rewarding, not to have to worry about anything when you're not in here. I am a member of National Association of Women Business Owners, so a few times a month we meet with the group, and some great ideas happen there.
Yeah.
A lot of events.
Collaboration.
Yeah, I try to get out in the community. We donate to pretty much every charity out there, a lot of galas that come for support to us. KMPR is one of our great partners. I'm not very routine person, as you can tell. Some of my life, of course, has to be routine.
Sure.
Based
you have
on
a
the
4.5-year-old.
I have a 4.5-year-old, right? But a lot of times, you know, it'll be 2-3 times a week, and I've come to this realization the last several months. You know, before it was always, you know, you wake up, you go to work, it's the grind, and then one day you realize that we don't live for the grind. You know, you don't let the grind get you, because it will get you.
Definitely.
So you just wake up and you tell your heart, what would you like to do today?
So that's what you say every day.
I don't say it every day, but when I get the chance, whether it be 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 1 time a week, where I just don't make plans for the day, and I kind of wake up and I say, what would you like to do today?
I love that. I absolutely love that. I need to do that.
You just go along with your day, be it a book in the park, or be it you know, some self-care regimen, or just a coffee with friends. You need it. Every woman needs a self-care regimen, whether it be set or whether it be just follow your heart and do whatever the hell you want to do today.
I love that. No, I love that. I teach that a lot, is like you need a break, like a full-on, whether you're sitting with a cup of tea and a book that has nothing to do with your business life, just taking that time outside actually helps you come back to your purpose more creative, more organized, your thoughts are organized, and you just feel better and more excited, and that passion gets lit again.
Absolutely. The minute you quiet your mind, great things happen.
Yeah.
You just think of all these great ideas. You get more enthusiasm to continue on with the rest of your life with more passion, with more smile in your face.
What does fit, fierce, and fabulous mean to you? The golden question.
Well, I think every woman, it's not about size, it's not about shape, and it's not about a certain workout regime. But what makes you feel good about yourself is what's definition of fit for me.
Yeah.
So it's not to say that I pump my abs 6 times a week to get that fabulous six-pack. I don't. And, but I have to feel good in that perfect little black dress that I have, right?
Yes.
That every woman has to have. And whether it be your shape, whether it be your self-confidence, light within, whatever makes you feel good. So that confidence is very important. So fierce, every woman should be fierce. Because here's the thing about women. They're very caring. They always give. And world is such that it just takes.
Yeah.
So until you put the brake, until you say enough, until you put a stop on it, you're just going to keep on giving. Whether it be
For
family,
sure.
kids, husbands, employees, coworkers, you just have to have your limits. And some people interpret it a bad way. Like some people would say, "Oh, that's egoistic." Oh, well, no, it's called self-care.
Yeah.
So when you are confident from within, when you have the light shining from within, you are fierce, because fierce is not a negative thing. It's that passion that drives you.
Yes.
And of course, all that makes you feel fabulous, right? Because when you do what you love, when you carry on with your day the way you want to carry on with your day, when you have the little pleasures in life, that's what makes you fabulous. There's not a set definition of what fierce, fabulous, and fit should look like. It's not a model type. It's a feeling inside. It's got nothing to do with the looks outside.
I love that. I absolutely love that, because body vanity is such a thing in our culture, and it's sad. And I really believe that it is within, and it's how you feel.
And it's amazing how a confident, fierce, and fabulous woman, doesn't matter what she looks like, radiates so much positive vibration that she just attracts all the male and female people around you. And they just can feel that vibration from within you, and that's what makes you fabulous.
I love that. So how can we get in contact with you?
So our website is www.saltroomlv.com. Our phone number is 702-228 and SALT 702-228-7258. And we are located at 1958 Village Center Circle, suite number 7 in Summerlin, Las Vegas.
I will definitely leave all of this contact info in the show notes, and I'm so excited and so grateful that you came on to our show and shared your story and your insight, and just everything was just amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Courtney. Thank you for having me. This was fabulous.
I hope you guys are inspired. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to Fit, Fierce, and Fabulous for your weekly dose of inspiration.